When I think of the Jazzmaster, I think of Elvis Costello and Thurston Moore and Kevin Shields and Jay Mascis. I don't know why it was so popular in the post-punk genre, but it's not coincidental that aesthetically it's really angular, and then the music that gets played on it is usually really angular too. I think it's just a unique Fender guitar, you know, it's kind of just this weird, distant cousin to every other Fender guitar. I think that just has always attracted people that are trying to do something a little more peculiar maybe than what, you know, normally gets played on a Strat or a Tele or something. For whatever reason, the Jazzmaster, I think, just like fosters that. Curiosity maybe? I don't know. I'm Harrison Whitford. I'm a guitarist and a songwriter. Predominantly, I play for Phoebe Bridgers. I love the Acoustasonic because, again, it's a hybrid of an acoustic and electric, and then in the middle of that, there's this new thing that happens where it's neither. One of my favorite things about it is that you have all these tonal possibilities before you're even thinking about outboard effects. There's all this experimentation that can happen before you're touching anything else. And then it's comfortable, you know, well, that's important. Like, just to hold it and play it feels comfortable, and it feels like a Jazzmaster, so it feels familiar in that way. I've even noticed that the Jazzmaster, probably just because of the shape of it, sounds differently before it's plugged into anything than the Strat or the Tele Acoustasonic sounds. If the Jazzmaster is a weird distant relative to the Tele and Strat, this is a weird distant relative to the Jazzmaster itself, you know? On the guitar, you have a 5-way pickup selector. That's how you access all of the electric and acoustic tones. The A-B knob changes the character of whichever setting you're on. So you get to decide how much blend there is. You know, it's not immediately clean to distorted. There's a sort of slope to that. Moving to 2, the lo-fi piezo setting, I was playing really lightly, you know, because you can really hear the instrument that way on that setting. Inspires a lighter touch, which I'm always a fan of a guitar that does that. On the 4th position, the mahogany jumbo setting, that I was just using to sort of access just true acoustic tone, you know, play big open chords and voicings that I like, and just feel like I was playing an acoustic, but having the feeling of an electric, you know. I was immediately inspired to sort of do some sort of looping things with the guitar. Not loops in the traditional sense of playing a rhythmic part and then playing on top of that, but things that reminded me a little bit more of maybe Brian Eno or Bill Frisell. And on top of that, especially the 1B setting, I was just getting such fun sustain that it was nice to sort of experiment with the way it interacted with, my delay pedal with the swell setting turned all the way up, and how it almost, in some ways, it could sound like a lap steel or a weird synth or something, just really overdriven. And then I really liked, too, the way the acoustic settings blend with pedals that I would normally use with an electric signal. So having it on an acoustic setting, but then having like a really deep tremolo happening, which I normally wouldn't think to throw on an acoustic, but in that setting you can immediately sort of see what that relationship is like. It's mostly on the acoustic settings where it feels really microphonic. And to me, that's a little closer to, when you're recording an acoustic and you have headphones on and you hear the acoustic mic'd up. I tend to like guitars more that have that sensitivity because they just influence you to listen more. And I feel like if an instrument is influencing you to listen, it's just gonna make you be more present in the way you play, I think what I love about it is it has this sort of bizarre, archaic feel and this hyper-modern, forward motion feel about it. Having an instrument that makes you curious to do something that you hear in your head, or that just feels like it stokes your curiosity, that's how the instrument advances.